Welcome back, everyone. It is I, the Oscar-nominated a-hole. Now, as many of you know, this is my video series where I talk to parents about why I think it is alright for kids to watch Spongebob SquarePants, or for general adults who love SpongeBob as much as I do to think about the lessons that SpongeBob teaches in their episodes. So this one is Season 1, Episode 13, and it is Hall Monitor. Now, this is a very iconic episode within SpongeBob SquarePants. The outfit that he wears, the wee-woo that Patrick and SpongeBob use over the walkie-talkies to personify a police siren. But the lesson in Hall Monitor is, there's two lessons. One is blatantly obvious and on the surface, and that is the responsibility of having authority. SpongeBob has the authority of a hall monitor, and he recklessly uses that authority to go about and do what he thinks is best, and ends up causing destruction and problems, and at the very end of the episode, he gets chastised for it. The police come up to him, as well as Mrs. Puff, his school teacher, and says that you've wrecked the entire town, you don't deserve this, blah, blah, blah. But he learns his lesson, and he understands at the end of the day, like, what he did wrong. Patrick never does, but SpongeBob does. But there's also another lesson, a lesson hidden underneath that message, which the message which they put forth, the one that's probably the most obvious to kids, definitely is a lesson that, is obvious and definitely needs to be taught. But the other one is, I believe, selfishness, self-indulgence. SpongeBob takes the hall monitor uniform and, he thinks that he deserves it. Mrs. Puff tells him in the episode, you can wear it for a day, thinking that he's just going to wear it around at home. SpongeBob has the audacity and in his self-egotism to think, I deserve to be able to direct authority and be able to tell people what they need to do, because I'm essentially kind of an extremely juvenile version of a cop. And he becomes so put into himself that he doesn't even realize that he is the most wanted person in Bikini Bottom right now, called the Maniac. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. It isn't until the very end of the episode where he goes, Patrick, it's me. I'm the one. And that's when he realizes and is told, look at all this destruction that you've caused, SpongeBob. So, in that regard, two adults who are like, what about this episode for my kid? This episode is very simple. SpongeBob wants to be a hall monitor. Mrs. Puff does not want him to be it. But he finally gets it. He creates a really long speech to the point where he's not allowed to become hall monitor for the day because he wastes the whole day talking about how happy he is to have it in class. And then he begs Miss Puff. Miss Puff gives him the uniform. Then he goes out and decides, I'm going to be essentially a cop and ruin all of Bikini Bottom. I'm going to destroy cars. I'm going to break into people's houses. He does all this crazy stuff, thinking that he's well within the reasons of the law and doing the right thing. But he's not, obviously. He's pushing it way too far into the boundaries of privacy and personal space. Hall Monitor is definitely not one of my favorite episodes of the OG SpongeBob seasons, but it does have funny moments. Definitely, obviously, Patrick being like the most obvious one with his ice cream. It's just too funny. Anyways, that's the lesson of Hall Monitor, the responsibility of authority and egotism, and how you don't need to be thinking that you can do everything. because that's the whole reason why SpongeBob did it in the first place. He had the ego to believe that he had the right, the authority, the ability to do those things. And then he abused the authority, which he made up for himself because he never really had it in the first place. So, you know, if you have any thoughts about this episode, if you have any comments, please do leave them down below in the comment section. If you want to subscribe to this channel to hear more SpongeBob video analysis videos, please do subscribe. Or if you just want to subscribe. I'm trying to hit by 300 by the end of the year. Still at 168. Please do subscribe and like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a blessed rest of your day.